All right, guys, today's strength work, we're working on some overhead squats. We've been doing this for the last few weeks, so we're just building off of what we did before. Today we're gonna go 5 sets of 3 overhead squats, okay? To kind of warm up for that, we're gonna be doing some jerks off the back, okay? So I'll show you guys what that looks like. The purpose of that is just to warm up and get ready to get that bar overhead so you guys can squat, okay? So it doesn't need to be super heavy, but kind of warm up to your starting weight for the overhead squats, all right? Behind the neck jerk, you're gonna set up just like a back squat, okay? You're gonna unrack that bar, you're gonna take a few steps back, and then you're gonna set your hands. So slide your hands out to the position you want on the bar, okay? It should be just like right where you snatch at, nice and wide. You're gonna dip, drive, dip under the bar, and stand, okay? Get that locked out really good. When you bring it down, everyone has a tendency to look at the floor. Don't look at the floor, keep your eyes up. Bring it nice and slow, set it on your back. You can catch it a little bit with your legs. Then you go in the next rep. You're gonna dip, drive, dip, stand, eyes up, bring it onto your back, okay? Once you guys finish the behind the neck jerks, you move on to your overhead squats. They're gonna be pause squats. You guys can go 5 sets of 3, pausing in the bottom. All right, so I'll show you what that looks like. We'll unrack again. Same kind of position, hands out, gonna dip, get that bar locked out overhead. You'll come down, hold in the bottom about 3 seconds, and then we'll stand up out of the bottom, okay? A couple things to think about that really help me when I do overhead squats is always keeping my chest and eyes up. If you look at the floor, you're gonna have a tendency to lean forward and drop that bar out front. So just try to keep your eyes up, and then I always am trying to push on the bar. So I'm never relaxed here, I'm always pressing up towards the ceiling as I squat down and pressing up through the bar as I stand, all right? And then our workout today, we're moving on a little bit of running and handstand work. All righty, guys, the workout today a little bit longer, 18 minutes. I think something to shoot for would be about like 4 rounds. If you get 4 rounds this workout, that'd be super awesome, probably like somewhere around there. So it's a 400-meter run. You're gonna come back inside, you're gonna do 10 strict handstand push-ups, and then you have a 400-meter row, and then you're gonna finish with a 50-foot handstand walk, okay? And you'll just do that as many times as you can in 18 minutes, all right? A few things on the handstand push-ups and the handstand walks we'll talk about. They should be strict, so the goal here, we kind of been working on strict handstand push-ups for a few weeks, so we're working on some strict reps, okay? It's 10 of them, so it's not a ton of reps, but for a lot of you guys, it's probably gonna be pretty challenging. So I'll show you a few ways to scale that down if you need to. The first way is just with an ab mat. Okay, it just shortens up your range of motion a little bit. You can come down, touch your head, and press back overhead there, okay? I would say if you're using more than one ab mat, you should probably be just using a box or a bench or some other scale to get more range of motion in your shoulders. Because if you're only moving a few inches, you're always gonna be missing that strength right at the bottom. So first step would be use an ab mat if you can't just do flat surface handstand push-ups. The next one would be use a bench, something like a bench or a box. You guys can put your knees up on the bench like this, okay? Think about hips over your hands. You're gonna come down, touch your head on the floor, and pressing up. If that's really easy for you, you can put your toes on the bench and do the same thing. Makes it quite a bit harder. Okay, the last step is if you don't wanna go over it, you wanna go upside down, you can grab a couple dumbbells. They should be pretty heavy, something challenging. You're just gonna sit either on the floor or the bench, pressing overhead, coming back down, okay? Doing 10 of those. Handstand push-ups, handstand walking, okay? There's a few different ways you guys can scale this, but I'll talk about just some general technique stuff. When you guys are handstand walking, all right, I always turn my palms out to the side. It creates a little bit better position to walk on. And then when you guys kick up, wait to start to walk until you feel like your feet are over your shoulders. So you'll kick up, you'll wait a second. If you don't quite get it, that's fine. Just come down, start again, and then wait, and then start to walk. Okay? But palms out, let your feet kind of go over your head a little bit, all right? If you're not to the point where you're handstand walking yet, I'll show you guys a couple different options here. The first one is just a wall walk. So you're gonna start on the floor here. Okay, you can start with a push-up if you want. You can put your feet up on the wall. Then you can walk your hands back as far as you're comfortable going. When you get close to the wall, You can walk them back down, okay? I would say for 50-foot handstand walk, probably about three to four wall walks should be good, all right? The next step would be just some kick-ups. If you guys are still working on just kicking up to the wall, you're gonna turn, face the wall, and just practice kicking up, okay? You're gonna kick up. I would try to find some balance at the top for a second, and then come down, okay? Maybe do like 5 to 7 kick-ups in place of the handstand walks, all right? The workout's gonna get pretty like heavy on the shoulders. You're doing handstand push-ups, handstand walks. So use that time on the rower and time on the run to kind of recover and rest a little bit for your shoulders, okay? And that's it for today's workout.